Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Curly Confessions. It is your host, Kayla, and we're on the 5th episode. We're halfway through my podcast season 1, and it's crazy to think I've already dropped 4 episodes, and today is the 5th. I have such an exciting episode for you. This is the first time we're having a guest on the pod. As much as I wanted it to be as perfect as possible for you guys, we're just roughing it today. I have a heyday mic from Target. We're doing everything we can to get people on the pod. This is my dream. I do want to have people on the pod. I think it's really good to know other people, to get to know other people, as well as to like dive deeper. And I feel like have meaningful connections as well. So I'm excited to bring you guys my first guest today. And I hope you guys love this episode. And I'm excited for you to meet them. So off to the next clip, I guess. Hi, everyone. So this episode is just going to be a tiny bit different from normal. This episode is going to be strictly recorded over audio. I'm going to be having a slideshow of me and my sister throughout this video. It was the easiest way with equipment and stuff to do this video, so I'm excited for you guys to see the rest of the video. You can look at these cute pictures while me and my sister talk, or you can listen to on Spotify. So I just hope you guys like the rest of the episode, and I hope you enjoy. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to episode 5 of Curly Confessions. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Today marks halfway through my first season of my show. Today, well, not show podcast, but today I have a very special episode for you. I have a special guest here today, but before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys for sticking around this long. If you've been here since the beginning, you're a real one. I am hoping to get better videos here today. I know this episode is a little bit different. We're still here on YouTube, but you're seeing some wonderful slideshow pictures of me and my sister growing up. I know a lot of them are more recent than when we were little. I just didn't want to embarrass my sister and me with also having those pictures on the internet. We don't want those pictures out there. So I did the very few good pictures that we have, but we did try to record this earlier in the week and it didn't really work out. I'm still learning how to figure out new equipment and trying to sync our mics together, and it is not working. But with this being the halfway mark, I wanted to bring a special guest here with you today. I know it's a slideshow picture. There's not really a real video of us. It's just if we use the audio from that video, it just wouldn't be good. So we're doing it a little bit different. If you guys want to listen to this episode and just jump onto Spotify, if you don't want to watch the slideshow pictures, but if you want to stay here for the slideshow pictures, here right on YouTube, you guys can too. But yeah, we're just going to jump right in. Everybody, I would like to introduce you guys to my little sister.
My name's Lexy. I'm 14, and yeah.
She was born in 2010. I was born in 2002. I asked for her. She wouldn't be here without me. I was literally looking at old videos and pictures when I was making the slideshow, and I was like, I remember when she was a little baby, and I was holding her, and I was like, I need to be the best big sister ever. Yeah, I was really lonely when I was little. I was the only grandchild. My parents had me young, so I was literally the only one running around the house, and it was boring. All my aunts and uncles were younger. My mom's one of the older ones, but she was young. So, yeah, and my dad's sister was young too. So I really didn't have anybody to play with. So I begged my parents to have a little sister, and here comes little Moch, even though we're like 7 years apart. I was supposed to be an only child. As much as I would have been spoiled, I have to share it with my sister now. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
No comment. She's sick right now. My allergies are bad, so if I sound stuffy, I apologize. If Lexi is coughing and it cuts out, I'm sorry. Or I'll keep in her hacking in there just for fun. But we'll see. Okay, we're going to just jump right into today's episode so you guys could get a little taste of how we were growing up and what we kind of did growing up and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get started. Okay, we're going to be talking about how we grew up with each other, just growing up together. Do you have any funny childhood memories you would like to share, Alexia Lynn? Oh, P.S. If you hear me calling her Moch, that's my nickname for her.
Funniest?
Like Mochi the ice cream.
I think I have two. I think me dancing in the living room. I'd always dance. And she'd always dance with me or record with my mom.
Yeah, I'll record her.
So I think that's one of the bass ones, and then
She would get mad at me, though. I'll try to dance with her, and she would push me away. Or I'd, like, want to dance with her, and she'd be like, no! You used to say no like that. No! I'll be like, girl, what are you up with? What are you doing?
or she would like show me new shows, and I would always love watching them, and then she would get mad at me when I would start watching them.
Yeah, because you would start watching them without me.
Well, because they whatever.
What was your favorite show that I showed you?
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, Gravity Falls was a good one.
Or Star something.
Star something.
No, it's like Star Power. I don't know.
The girl that has
Star with the evil something. I don't know what it's called.
the good school versus evil school. No, that one.
It's like
Star. Well, Lexi's looking this up, but my favorite childhood memory of Lexy.
Oh wait, I have one.
Okay.
You were dropping me off at my first soccer tryouts.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pee really bad. And I peed in that cup, and we didn't want to get rid of it. And so
we dumped it on the side of the road. My favorite, is it? Did I say funniest childhood? Oh, funniest childhood memory.
Favorite.
I could tell you a favorite and a funny one. My favorite one is me and Lexy. Lexy dances too. She's still dancing, but we grew up dancing with each other. We're in different classes, but we did our first hip hop duo with each other. And we worked really hard because it was during COVID and there was no competition. So we were with each other practicing, and we finally went to compete at nationals. And we got in. If you guys ever have been to Spotlight Dance Cup at nationals, you get it to do an extravaganza. It's where they bring back the top 4 routines. We were in the elite category. I forget, were we teen or? I think we were teen. We're in the elite teen category. We got in to recompete. And I remember when we got off the stage the first time we did it, and we both cried. And Lexy was so proud of herself. And I was so proud of her, and we were just crying. It was like a good sister bonding moment. That's probably my favorite memory with Lexy.
But then we freaking went to the extravaganza.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
lost. So he's like,
we got 3rd place. It's
yeah,
okay.
But we lost.
And then my favorite memory with Lexy. Oh, funniest memory. Oh, this one's good. Okay. Funny childhood memory with Lexy. Okay. Guys, I have a great one. This one was Lexy's first date with her first little boyfriend or whatever. And me and my best friend Jaden took Lexy to this date, okay? We take him to this frozen yogurt shop. And I drop her off, and he on his little scooter, comes to the door.
So embarrassing.
With his little football helmet after football practice. So we drop him off, and me and my friend are just sitting like a couple tables behind them, you know, because they were way too young to date. So we were just making sure the date went okay. All of a sudden, he's in line right in front of Lexy, drops his froyo. And Lexy looks at me like, what the heck are we going to do? I was like, help him. So she starts helping him clean it up, okay? He gets his froyo again. And he dropped it again. He dropped it 2 times. He was so nervous. So finally he gets his ice cream. And then they're sitting at the table. And then guess what dang happened? Sorry, that was my notifications for my phone. He dropped it a damn 3rd time. He dropped his ice cream on the floor. And Lexy is like, what the heck is going on? So me and Jaden are eating this up because we're like we were like 19 and we were just like dying laughing. We're like, this girl's boyfriend is dropping, her little boy toy is just dropping all his ice cream because he's so nervous. So finally I was like, hey, do you want us to take you home? He's like, yes, please. He tries to show off for Lexy, and he his scooter off a curb, and this kid, he falls flat on his butt, tailbone. He's like, ow, ow. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? He's like, ow, my butt. I fell really hard on the... And I was like, oh my goodness, let me help you. And Lexi's trying so hard to be sympathetic, but I know my sister, she's trying so hard not to laugh at him, like right in his face. Like he was so hurt. So I helped him put his stuff in his Lexi's laughing over here. I helped him put his stuff in his in my car, and we drove him home. And then he proceeds to tell us these weird things about him and his ex, which I'm surprised this kid was doing with a girl this young. And Lexi's like, I told you. I don't know what he's doing, but he's been with girls. And I was like, why is this little girl trying to be with him? And then she gets so excited because he hugs her at the door. And that was the last time they ever hung out. And that was towards the end of whatever talking stage they had. But that is engraved in my mind. And I love that. Also, I used to mess with her a lot too. So yeah, that was pretty funny. Okay, next. How has our relationship changed over the years? I feel like our relationship has changed a lot. We used to... Well, obviously, when she was little, we got along because she was a little baby, right? Like, when she... I bet... Like, when she got to be 5 or 6, she was just annoying, and I would like to mess with her. So, like, when I was, like, freshly in, like, out of middle school, going into junior high, like, 7th and 8th grade, I was not the nicest older sister, I would say. I would mess with her. But I felt like once I got to the high school, I was nicer to you and stuff like that. And now it flip-flopped. I was mean when she was younger, and I'm nice how that I'm older, and now she's like mean now, and like I'm the nicest ever. But also, like, I tell her all the time how many times I regret I was mean to her, because I look at her now and her little baby, like, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I was so nice to her, you know? I wish if I could be an older sister now to little Lexy, I think our relationship would be different. How do you think, Lexy?
I don't know. I feel like we have gotten closer as we got older, but
we still fight.
Well, now we tell each other everything.
Yeah.
And so, and like, I tell her things that I don't tell anyone else, and
like more open.
Yeah, like I'm more open with her, but
yeah, I feel like we're more open with each other. I just feel like now I try to... I understand I'm not Lexi's parent, but I'm the closest to going through the same situations that I've gone through that are like what Lexy has gone through. So there's a lot of times where she does get mad at me, where I like try to tell her, I'm like, hey, you need to like... I put her in check a lot. And I'm very honest with her, and I think she needs that sometimes, because obviously my mom and dad are honest with her, but they also are her parents too, so they try to like motivate and do stuff like that. But also when like Lexy needs to be put in check, my parents will put her in check, but like not to put her in check. So I'm like, sometimes she gets mad at me because I'll be like, she's like, well, what about me? But there's sometimes in the situation where I think Lexy can handle things better. But that's a part of learning and growing. So I'm just trying to help her not make the same mistakes, or not like fall into the same drama, or like deal with situations. Like, because you come to me for a lot about like, how would you go about this compared to like how you used to just do whatever. And then you would be like, I don't know what to do. We're mad at each other, or this makes me sad. But yeah, I feel like we've gotten to a point where like, obviously Lexy, I feel like she's a silent respects me. Like, she like does care, but she doesn't vocalize it. Because I think it's funny because she tells my mom stuff, and then my mom tells me, and I'm like, Lexy would never say that. And she's like, she did. And then I'm like, you said that about me? You're like, yeah, just not to your face. I'm like, oh, she does care. Like, I was going to go to school in Massachusetts, and Lexy, I didn't know she would care if I left, but apparently she cried. And I would never expect that from Lexy, but yeah, she cares, just very, you don't see it. She's a good hider with her emotions. We're trying to get her emotions to have her be more honest. She's glaring at me, giving me major side eye. Dad would be like, stop the side eye, or stop the cap. Okay. How do you feel like that too?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Next, any sibling fights, like dumbest arguments that we had? I almost got mad at Lexy today. Like, if she would have just pushed one more button, I would have yelled at her today.
Oh my gosh. Literally, one of the dumbest things I think well, it wasn't dumb, but like in my mind, it was dumb. So I had my iPad on our kitchen chair, and I was trying to grab it, and she was holding onto it, and it like swung, and she twisted her finger, and she made it this whole big deal that she hurt her finger, and then told everyone at dance that I broke her finger, even though it was like barely even my fault,
Bro,
and
bye.
you shouldn't have had your finger in the door. Second one, you had your foot in the door, and I was trying to shut it. You should have moved your foot, and then I tried to shut it, and then you were like, "Oh, my toe," but it's like, ugh,
Okay, dumbest sibling fight. I was I'm going to be so open and honest about this because I lied to people because I didn't want people to think differently of Lexy because she did this. One, we were in her room. She got back from a soccer game or soccer practice, and I was in her room with her. And I was messing with her, just telling her that she smelled bad. And I was recording her face and stuff, and she got mad. And she's like, I'm going to hit you if you, like, don't stop recording. She was getting, like, trying to swing at me, and I kept recording. She finally gets up to shove me out of her room, and I was, like, walking backwards, and she pushed me while I lost my balance, because obviously I was on the heels of my feet walking backwards, and she pushed me hard into the frame of, like, a door.
Pushed you.
But the thing is I was walking backwards, so when you pushed me, it, like, went harder because I was already going backwards. And so I hit the frame, and now I have, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but sciatica now on my back.
Bruh, no you don't.
They put it on my doctor's report.
No. Okay.
They put it on my doctor's report. I have sciatica. I had pinched nerves. I bruised my tailbone really bad. I had to get x-rays because I couldn't move. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. Like, I was limping.
And my grandpa freaking called me stupid because I pushed her because she was recording me, and I didn't think she was gonna, like, fully faceplant backwards, like, into the ground. And then, yeah.
And then the ER doctor goes, are you okay? Like, do we need to call someone? Like, is your sister abusive? And I was like, I was like, no. And then the doctor called Lexy.
And I was like, I just explained it, and I was like, bro, shut up. Like, I was like, that's so dumb. Like, I don't abuse my sister.
And Lexy's like, okay, I'll be better. She's like crying on the phone.
I was not crying.
It sounded like it. I was dying laughing. And I couldn't laugh because Mom was staring at me like, don't be mean to your sister. Like, you need to let her apologize. Oh, it was so funny. But yeah, she's hurt me before. And the funny thing is, yeah, I push Lexy around, but I only, like, get mad at her when she's, like, being mean, you know?
One time we got into a fight, and she pulled me off my bed with my... like, with my sheets, like, everything. Like, she pulled the sheets. And it was like I was going sledding. Like, she literally pulled me out. And I just went silent, and it was like, I started crying.
You're like, you scared me! And I was like, you're being annoying, you're being mean. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, this is gonna be just such a fun episode we're like sniffling and sick. Okay. What do we admire most about each other?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this again. I admire most how, like, you can talk to people and be open to people that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Which I have a hard time with, opening up to people that I do know and don't know. So, that's what I most admire about you. And you. Like, what are you doing?
What I most admire about Lexy is I wish I had my stuff more organized and together at her age. Like, she actually focuses and has good grades. Like, when she was younger, she didn't mess around like me. Like, I could not sit still. I think I have self-diagnosed ADHD. I never went and got checked, but I'm fine now. Like, I could focus and do the work. I think it was just I thought everything was boring, and I'm a hands-on learner, so, like, in school I didn't do well. But Lexy does well at school. She listens. She has a good set of friends. Like, I think that's something in high school that I struggled with. It wasn't that I had a hard time making friends. It's just, like, I was able to talk to everybody in high school, but like Lexi's like just friends with them. Like she could like I feel like you could just talk to them and have like good conversations and be friends with them, which I wish like I could have done and like branched out more into different things, like not be scared to try stuff and like have fun, you know? And like she has her stuff together. She used to do her 2 club team soccer teams. Now she's on the A team. Like she was doing A team and B team and varsity soccer all at the same time and dance. And at a freshman, I could not do that. It was already hard for me as a sophomore to like do like soccer, working at Olive Garden, and then also doing like dance at the same time in school. But Lexi does like literally like 6 things at a time, and I wish I was more organized and like put together at her age. So
Did you hear that?
I did, but I don't know if the
I want to
Mike
hear
did.
that.
Okay. But yeah. So that was the first part of our pod. Okay. Second part of the pod. Second part of the pod is lessons and personal growth. Okay. So the first one is best advice we've given to each other. What's the best advice I've given to you?
Definitely about wait, let me clear my throat because
While she does that, we'll go through this one because we talked about this last time. The best advice that Lexi has given me, well, it's not advice, but it's just she doesn't really give me advice. She knows me well though, like well enough to like where she knows like I'm mad, or like when she knows I get really frustrated and she like gives me the look like calm down or like go away. Like we give each other good looks. Like she like also puts me in my place too sometimes, like when I'm being mean. She will look at me like, girl, stop. And I'll try my best to, but sometimes I don't listen because I don't like when she tells me what to do. But what I was going to say is what she does, like advice kind of show me, is by how she acts and behaves. And the one thing that I think as an adult now I could look at is like, oh, to not take life so seriously because I'm a young adult. I'm trying to like figure out everything. And I'm in that mentality, like work, 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 focus on myself, like not living. And I notice that, which is what I regret sometimes, because being out of community college and dance and all that stuff, and not going to a 4-year where people went to 4 years and met new people, and still being in my home, like it's hard sometimes, like to really like look at things and be like, oh, I missed out already on so much. And now there was like a point in time where I was like, well, everybody's now working and starting their family. I just need to do that and not take life take my life seriously. And that's the biggest thing, is like now I'm like branching out and doing more things that I normally don't do, hanging out with people and just like doing stuff like that. Like Lexi has that like carefree spirit in her where she's just like fun sometimes, but also like very introverted, which I feel like is like me. But she lives more through her extroverted side now, and I feel like being with her sometimes helps me be like, it's okay to laugh, it's okay to have fun, it's okay to be joyful. I'm already an outgoing person, so I do have that pep in me already, but I feel like it's kind of like sheltered just with like life and stuff like that. So she helps me not take life so serious. What about you?
I think you've taught me, or like advice that you've given me is that like not to take family for granted, or like because you always would tell me that like fights won't matter like when you're older, like with friends or like boys, because like none of that's gonna matter when you're out of college. And then like you taught me how it's important to spend time with your family because they're not gonna be there.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's the best advice you've given me.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned with like being an adult now, is just realizing like, oh, like I have my grandpa and like stuff like that. And I think with losing our grandma, it was like a wake up call to me, because I was about Lexi's age when my grandma passed away. So I think realizing like all the time I wish I took my grandma for granted, and like took my family for granted. Like, I just am like, oh my gosh, I need to spend more time with my family and text my family. And when they're here and they visit, or like when we go over there, just to like spend time with them. Because honestly, like, I know like sometimes family is not blood and stuff like that, but like the good thing is our family is really close with each other. So I don't take that for granted at all. And I feel like we're both fairly lucky for having such a close family that they've been there for everything, I think, for both of us and stuck by our side through a lot. So I always try to tell Lexi, like, hey, we're we're good. We have a good support system. Like, focus on keeping your relationship with like Grampy good, and like my mom and dad good. Like, I always tell her to be nice to mom and not get mad at dad and do stuff like that, because I feel like being at it, like, I know you get, I think your emotions kind of sometimes get all over the place, especially being in high school. So Lexi gets frustrated or like quick to flame, like quick to anger sometimes, just because I feel like you have so much going on. And so I try to help her be like, it's okay, just like, let's take a chill pill and relax for a second, just think about our feelings. And Lexi does a really good job at that, I think, compared to when you were younger. Like with me helping you, I keep you in check. I'm like, Lexi, stop. Like, you need to calm down. And you're like, okay. Or sometimes you like fight back, but then you're like, you tell me, you're like, this is why I'm feeling this way. So like she's being more open with how she's feeling, which I think is really good. But yes. How have we influenced each other's personalities?
Um, you go.
I feel like Lexi has made me to be a better person. Like, I feel like being an older sibling, especially having a close relationship with her, um, and her, like, growing up, she looked at me like I could do no wrong. So, um, it really hurt sometimes, like, noticing, like, how my actions can affect a younger sibling, because we are apart from each other. Like, I'm older than her. Like, it's not like we're like in high school together, or like we went to the same elementary school, but like, because I feel like then you can see the flaws more in siblings. But like with us being so far apart, it's made me want to be better for Lexi. And like seeing her disappointed in some of the actions I do, I just chose like not to do them anymore. So like, for example, like in high school, like I tried things that are not good. And I used to, like, just like try things that every high schooler tries, and dabbles in. And I never liked it. But when Lexi found out I did some stuff, well, my mom caught me because I did it once. And she caught me, and Lexi was mad because she found out, because she heard the conversation of my mom yelling at me about it. And I was just like, I'm never doing this again. And so like now being older, I just realized, I'm like, what was I even doing? And I don't even do anything anymore. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't vape, I don't do any drug unless like it's medication from a doctor, or like if I have surgery. Really, I don't do anything. I get scared to even take Advil now. Like, I really don't take anything. I don't drink, I don't do stuff like that. That's all just for my health and how I feel. But like growing up, I saw like how my actions, like the worst parts of me, affected Lexi. So I feel like that helped my personality, trying to be a better person and better, like a better influence, a better leader for her, because it's just me and her. And also, we're the two oldest grandkids, and the youngest one is like 6-7 years under Lexi too. So it's just kind of like us together compared to everybody else. So it's really nice, like, to kind of have a breath of fresh air and kind of just like restart and like try to be a better person, better leader. And yeah, sometimes it's tough because I don't want to fail Lexi in a lot of ways, or like disappoint her and stuff. And I feel like having her in check helps me a lot. But that's how she's helped me. How have I helped you, my sister?
Um,
My sister? Yeah, right.
I think
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick.
you've maybe into like I would I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think a little bit like I have it today, but like sometimes I think more about being kinder because I know how much it makes you feel bad when I'm mean to you, and so I think that's how you've like made me into like a better person, because you tell me all the time, and even though I don't listen, like most of the time, like that small percent of the time, it's helped me a lot. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could talk forever about topics, but that's all.
This is very new for Lexi, so maybe in the future she'll talk more and give more detailed answers, but it takes her a little bit to open up. So I'm having her dabble in this and see if she likes it or not. She's just smiling at me right now. Okay. Are you tired of your daily routine lacking curls and confessions? Do you find yourself tirelessly scrolling through social media, yearning for a chance to listen to some curly wisdom? Well, I have news for you. Introducing the Curly Confessions Instagram page. It contains all things curly, quirky, and confessional. Follow us for some behind the scenes, see my adventures, and my misadventures. Do you lie awake wondering, what does Kayla do when she's not recording her podcast? Well, wonder no more. Follow my personal Instagram page, Kayla M. Raymond, to find out all fun things that I do behind the scenes of my daily life. But don't miss out and hit that follow button. Thank you for listening to my Justin. Now back to you, Kayla. Moments where we had each other's back. I could tell you about mine. There was this one time Lexi was probably like in like, what grade were you in? Like 6th grade, 7th grade?
Remember.
You weren't at the junior high yet. You're at
7th grade.
Lexi was like in fifth or sixth grade. I was at the high school at this point. There was these girls that were like a couple grades older than Lexi or a grade older than Lexi, and Lexi's video went viral on TikTok for her Christmas haul. I'm not joking. It had like millions of views and likes and stuff. And people reported her count. They got jealous. They got mad. People made fake accounts to bully her, like online bully her. People were not nice to her at school. Lexi was going through a tough time at that point because people were not being nice, the nicest people. So these two girls, it was me, my mom, and Lexi, we were like walking through Target, and I was so mad. Older sister mode went in. These two girls were just walking by us. They were like pointing at Lexi. They were laughing at Lexi. I knew they were talking about her. Lexi, obviously, you could tell, like, Lexi's a very, you could tell when she's upset. Like, it's easily, like, shown in her face and in her emotions and her demeanor. So I noticed right away that she was not okay. And I go, Lexi, what's wrong? She goes, I know those girls from school, or know them from school or something. You're like, I know they're talking about me and stuff. And it was very obvious that they were. So we go to the checkout lane at Target, like the self-checkout, and they're like, it's me, my mom, and Lexi at the very end. There's one of the self-checkouts in between us that was completely open, and then the other one. And I could see these girls literally checking out their stuff, laughing at Lexi again. And I was like, this is not going to happen under my watch. And me being older than them, and also I am not the skinny girl. I am the freaking bulky, strong girl. People literally, they say I'd look like, I have a very athletic build, I feel like, for a girl. So proud about it. I'm strong. I'm a strong girl. So when they were doing that, I literally stood in between the exit so they could not leave or walk past me, because Lexi and then my mom walked through and they were about to walk. And I just stood there waiting for them, looking at them like mad. And they looked so scared, out of their mind. I was never going to do anything. I was never going to fight them. I'm not that type of girl. I'm not. But the one thing is I'm going to check you if you're going to be mean. And that's what I did. So I stood there. They did not move. They had the bag in their hand, the receipt in their hand. They were like already by my checkout thing. And they just look at me. And I said, don't do that again. And I said, don't talk about my sister. And they literally shook their head, okay? And I turned around and walked away. They were scared out of their mind. And Lexi has not heard a thing about them since. They're not mean. They were not talking any more smack or anything like that. I was like, you're not mean to my sister. So that's the last time I've ever resorted to intimidation. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, you don't mess with my sister. If you do mess with my sister, we will have a problem. I will never resort to fighting, but you don't mess with her. Ever. I know you. Don't do that. This is not a threat. It's just, don't do that. Okay? Your turn.
Wait, I already talked about it, so.
Pick a different one. You could pick a different
I
one.
don't have a different.
What about when your friends yell at me? You put them in check?
What are they yell?
Or when they're like, actually, you don't. You agree with them. Lexi's good. You help, like, when people are being mean. You, like, stick up for me too, or like agree, like, you know, when, like, example, like when I'm doing like Lexi's like dances and stuff like that, or like stuff like that, she gets like, I don't understand why they do that, I'll help you in class, like, you know, and she's like very like motivative, like to like help my dream come to vision, I feel like, a lot. Or when people complain, you're like, you do stick up for me. I think it's just like in your own way. Lexi's not very verbal stick up, like, you know, but she, by her actions, she will. Right?
Yeah. Next question.
Lexi does not like talking.
I don't really.
Okay. Learn lessons from our mistakes. What have you learned about all the stuff that we've went through with each other that helps us be the siblings that we are today? Like, just specifically with each other, like not family and stuff.
I think, like, when we were younger, I think that was like a learning moment for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I've had my like big learning moment yet, I guess I could say, but I just know, like, when I am older, I will regret being mean to you how I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's just a learning experience.
Yeah, I think that's like my learning experience I already know is gonna like happen, but I think that's fine.
I think what I've learned is to be kinder to Lexi, more patient with Lexi, even though I ask her to do things, and if she doesn't do them right away, I get mad. But that's just like physical. Like when she's supposed to open the door or get up and hug someone. Like today, I was like, Lexi, get up, when my grandpa just walked into her room, and she's like, can I not have a second to get up? And I was like, girl, no, but I feel like I want to be a better role model. I want to be a better person, just like, not just for Lexi, but for myself too. And so, like, be kinder, be more patient, be more understanding, be more empathetic and sympathetic, I think, towards Lexi and like other people. I think that's like the biggest lessons I've learned from having a younger sibling, because they're it's like the same thing from a parent. Like, this is your parents' only life too. They're learning as they're going, and same with me and same with Lexi. So we can't take back time, but we could make a better future. Look at me spitting stuff over here. Motivational talker. Oh gosh. Our next segment is Who Knows Who Best, and we're just going to talk about stuff. Our first one is dream vacation place together. Where would we want to go together? Where was your first place?
Mine would be like somewhere like Italy. I think that's somewhere there.
Mm-hmm. I told Lexi that I would want to take her. I know it's not like a dream vacation, but I feel like we could have done like somewhere fun. Like, I really want to go to Catalina Island in California, like, and just like the little houses and how it's built there, I feel like would be really fun to go to. But I haven't done my research on that yet, or Hawaii. But I did tell Lexi that I think it would be fun if I took her to a soccer tournament, like a girls, like, sister soccer tournament where it was just me and her going. But also I feel weird because I'm not close with some of the parents, but I am close with some of the parents, so I feel like I'm in the awkward middle ground, you know? Like, if I went with Lexi's B team that she used to be with, I would be fine, because one of Lexi's really good friends, like, that spends the night, her parents go, and then like one of the dance girls' parents go that also play soccer with Lexi, so I'd feel very comfortable in my element with them. But her A team parents, I'm only close with like one of the parents, you know, like one of the families. So it's just like I couldn't do something like that yet. Maybe possibly in the future.
Yeah.
Or like do something like that. But yeah, me and Lexi and my mom this year went to Utah, and that was really fun. We did a girls trip, and that was really fun. We went to Salt Lake City. We won't go till maybe hopefully next year, but or something like that, because we have a lot of vacations planned up at the moment. Like, we have Lexi's dance competitions, and we added a third one, And we're doing that. Lexi's doing soccer and all this stuff. And then on top of that, I'm going to Washington, D.C. in August, and our aunt's coming from England. So, like, there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So, not a lot of time for travel. So, but Lexi, I know for sure wants to go. But literally, guys, I don't know what it is with me. I am not a big travel person, but I think with my travel anxiety, I put like everything on 10. Like my flight or fight response is like up. My survival is on 10. Like I could navigate us through an airport with no stress. Like my mom used to fly a lot more and do stuff a lot more when I was younger and when Lexi was a baby because she would travel a lot, but she hasn't done that in years. My dad hasn't taken a flight in a very, very long time. I barely went to this was my third time on a flight. Literally, I went to California on a flight when I was like 6. I went to where was it? I went to California again. We went to Palm Springs for my senior trip. And then from my senior trip to this year, which my senior trip, I graduated in 2021. From 2021 to 2024, for like almost 4 years, I did not fly. And we finally went to Utah, and that was fun. And we went to San Diego this year. So I took 4 flights in a year. Okay. And Lexi can vouch for you. What was my biggest fear for a while? Okay, next question is, if your life was a movie or a TV show, what would it be?
What do you mean?
If you could put, like, what vibe would you fit into? Like, what TV show or movie do you think you would fit into? And then you will do it for me.
I think Clueless.
You think you'd be Clueless?
Yeah.
What about TV show?
I really think, like, My Life with the Octopus is really
You like
good.
that one? This is the thing. I love The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's a very young adult show for me. Like, I love watching that. So I feel like I'm a Summer I Turned Pretty girl vibe-wise. Like, music, like the color of the show, you know, like the, like the beach, like the blues, the light colors, like that is so me. And then I also feel like I'm also a bit of, like, New Girl humor. I love New Girl and stuff like that. But, like, my life is literally all over the place. So I don't know what I would fit it into. Movie wise, I feel like I don't know what movie I would be. I don't know. If you guys think I'm a movie, please let me know. Also, guys, guess what happened today? The Super Bowl happened today. The Eagles won. And I'm so glad for Jalen Hurts because, one, he has I think he's the only male football player in, like, the NFL that has a whole female, like, team. Like his manager and everything. That's crazy. But they won, and the Super Bowl halftime show was amazing. Kendrick killed it. SZA killed it. If you didn't like it, you're weird. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. No flavor. You probably do, but guess what? There ain't no season in there. Salt and pepper, okay? We love Kendrick, K-Dot, and we love SZA over here, okay? Next question. What is your biggest, like, unpopular opinion? Like, what is it? Is it called unpopular opinion? Is that what it is? Like, where you can state what you don't like? Yeah. What's your biggest unpopular opinion? Clothing, anyway, anything.
I think platform Uggs, like the really thick platform Uggs, or what is it called? Silver jewelry. I don't really like silver jewelry.
I wear silver jewelry. Hello, girl. I think my unpopular opinion is, one, first off, straight leg jeans. Okay, like, they're not baggy jeans. They're not, like, you know, like, straight jeans, you know, they're cute and all, but they're not, like, not baggy jeans, just, like, I don't know how to explain. Like, I wear baggy jeans now, like, and low-rise jeans are cute and stuff, but, like, my straight leg jeans, I cannot do it with anymore. It went, like, leggings and then, like, straight leg jeans are cute. I have like a few of them, but like the really straight leg ones where they kind of taper at the end, I do not like those. As well as I love shrugs. I used to love shrugs, but the ones that like just like don't look like shrugs anymore. They're like the top piece comes on like a t-shirt and then you put the sleeve parts on. Have you seen those? Like the shrugs are the ones that go like they go like this and they only cover like
I don't know.
anyways, I don't like those. They're like the piece shrugs. Just keep it as one shrug. Don't put it into multiple pieces. Okay. Our last part of the day that we're going to end up and finish up in this section is some questions for each other. So we wrote some stuff down. A quiz, who knows who best, and we're going to just go right into it. So I'm going to go first. First question. What is my favorite type of music?
Christian music.
That is true. But I put a genre. I know Christian music is a genre, but like I feel like it gives off.
Hip. No.
I'll give it to you. I do like Christian music. I play it a lot.
Like R&B.
It's like R&B, alternative, or hip hop music.
Okay, so.
But like I listen to other music too. I think with being a dance teacher, you have to have a wide variety of everything. But like when I'm at home, I play Christian music. Lexy knows the song "Priorities" by the Writers. I play that a lot, and she's like sings it in my car with me. I think she knows the whole album by now because I play it so much. But yes, I love Christian music. It's really good. But like, hey, y'all are sleeping on some of the Christian music, and I guarantee you, guess what? Some of the songs that you do listen to are Christian music. Like when I tell people that that's a Christian song, they're like, "What?" Like "Coming in Hot." I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'm coming in hot. Like the ones that play in movies and stuff, Christian song. Did you know that? Yes or no? Yes, it's a Christian song. Like a lot of songs that you might not know are Christian songs, and they be doing their thing. So I want Caleb Gordon to release some new music. So if you're listening to this, more music, please. I want to jam out. But yes, okay. Next, what is my favorite type of season in the year?
Oh, summer.
Yes. What's my second favorite?
Fall.
Yes. Double points. What is my favorite teen show? And it's not The Summer I Turned Pretty.
It's not New Girl?
Not New Girl. Teen. Like what we watch, like on Netflix.
That one girl. Oh, not Bachelor. Is it that one you... I don't know.
No, not Smallville.
It's not Smallville? Oh, Love Island.
No.
Too Hot to Handle.
No. Well, you watch it all the time, and I watch it too. High School.
High School Musical?
No, they're in high school. They're in high school. There's a swimmer. He's hot.
Oh, Never Had I Ever.
Yes.
I didn't know he liked that.
I do like it. I binge watched it, or On My Block is another one.
Oh,
like
I was gonna say that.
On My Block, I think Lexi knows. I used to watch that like a lot my sophomore and freshman year of high school. Like that was my show, especially freshman year, because it came out when I was a freshman, and that would have been 2017, 2018, or 2018. No, yeah, 2017, 2018. So it was really good.
Yeah, I've rewatched that like 4 times. Like it's so good.
Caesar. Oh, Caesar. Okay, this one's a multiple choice one. Ready?
Okay.
What can I not leave the house with? 1, or A, Summer Fridays, my lip balm. 2, my lotion. Or 3, a set of clothes.
All 3.
But it's 1. Like, if I really need. I always bring with me every single time.
The Summer Fridays.
I do bring the Summer Fridays. But I always think
it's extra clothes.
It's always extra clothes.
But you do pick all 3.
I do pick
all the time.
I do bring all the time, but if I go extra anywhere, clothes. I always bring extra clothes. True. Like if we like go to a family's house, if we go out and about, I always bring a bag of extra clothes, especially if I'm wearing like cute clothes, like jeans or stuff, cuz being Mexican, me and Lexi are Mexican, both Mexican over here. We both know that especially growing up in a Hispanic household, you're there for a long time. Like if we go to grandpa's house, we're there. Like if we go at 12, we don't leave till 9 or 10 at night. Like, or even later sometimes. So like, or like my aunt's house, we stay late. So that's just us. So I always bring extra pair of clothes. Sometimes I bring my floss and my toothbrush and my makeup wipes because I get tired and I want to go straight to bed when we get home. Okay, now it's Lexi's turn. Okay, you go, girl.
What is my go-to Dutch order? I guess there's two, but what's my most recent one?
Blue raspberry coconut hand blended Red Bull.
I don't think I've been with. Yeah, I have. But no.
Or the thing with the. Okay. A Christmas morning chai. Can I tell you your order though? Your Christmas order. I do know this one. Her Christmas order. It's a Christmas morning chai with strawberry soft top and peppermint sprinkles.
Yeah, that's my Christmas order. Then that's what I want. That was what I wanted a Red Bull. But this is a different Red Bull. It's like really pretty.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, it's peach coconut with pomegranate drizzle.
I did know that. I feel stupid.
Okay.
Okay, next one.
Why do I like soccer more than dance?
I think you like soccer more than dance because one, the team element, less drama. There's not as much pressure on you in soccer than dance, and you have more freedom than in soccer than dance.
Yeah.
What'd you put?
I put the answers down.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, my arm hurts.
So it's just it's not like a question. I was just asking you, I think. Okay. But it's, what was the hardest part of having a younger sister when you were young?
I think the hardest part of having a younger sister when I was young was like not. Honestly, I was lazy. Like I didn't know, like, being that young.
Yeah.
Like, look at you now. Imagine you having to take care of Colin all day. Like,
yeah,
you wouldn't sit there and color with him and do stuff like that. I think the biggest thing that I had to do was like try to figure out what to do with you. Like, and the good thing is you're very independent already. Like Lexy, growing up, she would want to be alone, like doing her own thing, which was really good. But like when she did want to do things with me, I would get caught very off guard, especially like during the summers and stuff, because when I turned 16, I did a lot of summer workouts. So Lexy would be like with Grampy in the summer, or like you would be with me, just like not as often, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, cause my sophomore year, she like summer going into sophomore year, I took care of Lexy because I was 15 going into sophomore year. Then I turned 16. I couldn't drive because some of the dance girls know this because I told them about why I got my car taken away. We could talk about that another time. I tried to drive. I drove somebody.
That was the funniest thing. That was one of the funniest moments.
I drove someone the day when I got my license without being 6 months, and my mom took my license away. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so I couldn't drive Lexy around when I did get my car, like that year, and I worked too. Like I started my job already at that point. So Lexy in the summer, you would be with like Grampy and stuff like that. And then also the summer of my junior year is when COVID hit. So my dad was at home with us a lot because he was with us during COVID. So Lexy was she always had somebody like with her. So like in those beginning months, Lexy would just like be on her iPad or color and stuff, and like it was just really hard as an older sister to kind of like, I wasn't as attentive as I should have been. I would sleep on her. And she wouldn't be scared. She knew I'd wake up. She would come snuggle with me in my bed. And then she'd be like, Kayla, I'm hungry. I'd be like, go make her food then. I can't reach the microwave. So I'd get up and go put her food, and then I'll be like, this is why the doctor told you not to snack on food. Because Lexy would snack and snack and snack all day. You know what's so crazy is Lexy's, like, you still do that. Like, you snack on your dinner, but you eat it. She, like, very patiently eats. And that's what would annoy me, because then she would eat just a little bit, and then I would wake up and do it, and then she would wake me up like an hour later, like ask me an hour later to make her more food. I was like, you just ate. Then I go out there and she eats like 4 bites of her food, and then she wants something else. She would just snack. I'd be like, you need to eat the full meal, not snack on your meal. And then she'd be like, oh, my food's cold. I don't want it anymore. I'm like, oh my goodness, girl. You be stressing me out. No, but is that your last question?
Yeah, but I have a funniest moment that I just remembered.
Okay.
Because you brought it up. Well, you didn't mean to bring it up. But
Okay.
she, like, called me, and she was like, I can't park in the garage. And then I was like, why? And she was like, I backed into it. And I was like, what do you mean you backed into our garage? And she was like, I literally backed into it. Like, it's, like, poking out of the frame. And I'm like, what the hell? And I go look, and it's literally, like, inverted. Like, outside. I'm like, what the F happened? And she was like, I just forgot to turn my mirror. Or she's like, I just forgot to look. Okay, then we get it fixed. And then I'm in the car with her. And she does it again. And she blames it on me. She said that I was the reason, because she was already pissed off because of me. I don't know what I did. I did something.
You were making me late to dance.
And she was like, she didn't look behind her, and she did it again. She was like, oh, F.
I was so mad.
It was like the perfect thing that just happened when we were already going to be late.
Oh, I'm dead. No.
Anyway, that's it.
Yes. Well, guys, that was our first episode together, my first guest on my podcast, and I hope you guys liked it and loved it. If you guys want more episodes with Lexy, please let me know. I know a lot of the younger kids are going to like this one. A lot of people from dance and even on TikTok want videos with Lexy, so I'm really excited to have this with Lexy, to do this with Lexy. Thank you for sticking it out with me, girl.
Yes.
How did you feel for your first podcast?
Well, actually, this is our second one, but...
Yes. We tried to record one a long time ago with each other. When I told you guys I've been trying to do a podcast for a long time, it didn't really work out well, but we did it.
That one was really good. But also, I looked really bad. Like, really bad. Like, you would not think that was me.
No, but yeah, that was good and it was fun. Huh. Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening to the 5th episode of Curly Confessions. I'm glad you guys were here, and if you listened to the whole thing, what did you say, to put kissy hearts in the comments?
Oh, yeah, put a kiss emoji if you watch the whole thing, because Kayla has a kissy pillow in all her pictures.
Yes. Okay, everyone, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.